This is a video about how I trellis my tomatoes. For starters, these are all indeterminate tomatoes or vining tomatoes. So they're all going to climb up one main stem as opposed to like a bush or indeterminate type tomato. Now what I've done is I built a support here with some steel bars pounded into the ground so that they're fairly firm and they don't reasonably firm, not solid like in concrete. And then along the top I built just a support, in this case, of branches from the forest and some bamboo, and wired it all together. It's not super rigid, but it'll definitely hold the weight of the tomatoes. Now then, each tomato plant, after the bed is prepped, each tomato plant is sunk in fairly deep and then trimmed of all its lower branches. And then once they get well established and healthy, I take this twine here, and first I tie it around the stem. This is a bowline knot, and that's good because the loop, it's not a slip knot, so that loop will stay that wide open no matter how much strain you put on it, so it's not going to pinch off the base of the tomato. Then I run that up to the top of my support here, and here I do tie a slip knot. And the slip knot is really good because no matter how much weight eventually is on this tomato, it'll pull and pull, and that knot's not going to give. But at the other end of the line, the slip knot, at the end of the season when I want to take this down, just go like that, and there you go. So yeah, a bowline at the bottom so that it does not slip and pinch this tomato at all, and then up at the top a slip knot. And you can YouTube that for how to find the slip knots, how to do a slip knot. Yeah, so as the season progresses, I will wrap these tomatoes around this rope just gently, providing it with the support. And the other thing I do is I pinch off all these little suckers that come out. Here's an example. You've got your main stem of the tomato here, and then you've got a leafy branch that comes out, and then right in the node between those two there's a sucker. Now you have to trim that off, because if you don't, it'll want to form its own tomato plant. So it's best to do that when it's young. Just all season long you go along and just look at your tomato plants and pull out these little suckers here. Again, you only are doing this on the indeterminate or vining plant, not on the other type, the bush type. And that will grow up and up and up and start to put out flowers and fruit, and by the end of the season it'll be heavily laden with tomatoes. That's the goal anyways.